guy. I train people to how to use the core in physical activity to maximize their energy and strength. This video is baseball bat swing mechanics, and this is an exercise approach to developing your baseball swing. And the first thing you have to understand in all exercise, what makes you physically stronger and what makes you weaker. And the core is the central part of any form of exercise that has to be focused on for strength. But what makes people weaker? And you got the strongest core, but I can show you if you use your shoulders a certain way, your body goes weak. Your grip goes weak, your feet go weak. I don't care how strong you are down here. It's if you don't engage, engage your shoulders in your physical activity, from exercise to baseball swing, you become weak. You can't breathe. So when I'm saying engaging is when you raise your shoulders up like this. If you tighten your shoulders up like this in any way, your body goes weak. Understand? But at the stronger more you engage, mindfully aware of engaging your core, that's here and back here in your glutes. This is it. This is energy. Front is energy, the dantian, and here is strength back here. If you want to make your hands stronger, feet stronger, you have to engage the glutes back here in the back, this area. Down here, squeeze them together, pull them up, push them down. There's a lot of manipulation here, depends on what you want in relationship to your breath to maximize what you can generate in strength and energy. But the number one thing you have to be aware of is your shoulders. How are you tightening up your shoulders? Are you tightening up your shoulders? And the greater degree your shoulders is part of the movement. You're getting the force of lifting something by raising your shoulders up. You're weak. Your hands are weak, your feet are weak, everything about you is weak. So understanding the relationship between shoulders and core. Core is defined basically from the diaphragm here, actually from the belly button down, because that's the lower chamber. In the Asian world, they call the dantian point. For males, it's below the belly button. I contend for females, it's at the belly button. So understanding where do you initiate, all strength is from here. If you initiate it here and then engage it here, you get the best result. If you can, anytime, just engage it back here and it will give you something. But if you want to really amplify it, is how to engage here and then there. It makes your hips stable, it makes you have better balance, and your shoulders can't come up. You won't engage your shoulders. But if you engage your shoulders first and try to engage this down here, you're weak. So how do you exercise for your baseball swing? I don't care what form you're doing. You can have your foot back like this. How do you do it to get the best result for time spent? This is what I suggest. Get it whenever form you want. Mine is this. So 17 degrees out, 78 degrees out, front foot, open stance. And if you want, get your form, bend your knees, and stay there. Breathe. Inhale. And as you're breathing, exhale and let your shoulders drop. You want your shoulders drop. I don't care which one. You're like this, you want your spine and head in a certain position. If your head's forward like this, you're weak. Having your head position in relationship to spine and hips is key to be able to bring your force that you have. Why make yourself weak? You want to bring your strength into the bat. That's the name of the game. So I just want you to sit and feel, so your shoulders, you can drop your shoulders in, take a minute, 2 minutes, come aware of how your feet feel. Do you feel grounded? Soften your shoulders, make them soft. Softness is not weakness. Softness is range of motion. Your weakness, soften fluidity. There, so you stay in this position, feel the muscles, square your shoulders off, no matter what it is, you're doing this way, doesn't matter. Drop the shoulder. Even when you do this, see when a lot of people do this, see the shoulder go, drop it. Let the hands be there. Now, always remember, I contend, the hands move the arms. If you have the arms move the hands, it makes the hands weak. So understanding that, so stay. So now, when you want to hit, you say my way, you start, move a little bit, stop, drop your shoulders, shape your spine, because you're trying to create a structural form to bring the bat to the ball, and it's repeatable. So you go like this, you move the foot first, or you're gonna move your shoulders first. You feel the difference. I recommend moving the knee first to turn the hips, to start turning up. A lot of people, when they like this and then go down, then fine. Move up or do this, stop, drop shoulders, shape, feel your core. Go in small little stages to see what muscles are you using. Well, if you're using the core, is your spine out of alignment? Is your hips out of alignment to make the movement dynamic? I don't care what movement it is. A dancer, good dancers, look at their form. They do all types of movement, but look at the way the spine, the hips, and how it flows. They're not head forward, they're not awkward, they're not tilted. But you have to be aware. Your mind has to learn and then restructure and have a strong path of how you shape your body. This is pure exercise. So you come here, say my form, you bring your knee halfway, stop, shape your body. Feel your hands. What do you want? Feel the bat. Feet grounded. And then you come to the ball like this. How do you want your hands? You want it like this? You want it like that? You shape. Point your finger. Yeah, like this. Reshape it. So, and then bring it back. And then you do the same thing slow. Pause, shape. This is an exercise. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze this muscle right here together. Now soften shoulders. Button. I don't care what you have. If you do this, pause, let your shoulder drop. Then when you step forward, slowly go halfway, shape your body so you can't, and so you get to feel. Shaping your body, being aware. You're training the mind. In other words, the mind is picking up all the senses coming to the brain in order for you to realize, so you can find the best, so you can repeat. It's just like learning a dance step, a movement step, or a way of move a certain specific way as an expression. You want to express your force into the bat. Then everything has to be a certain way, given the movement you're doing, to transfer all your force into the bat. If you have kinks or drinks or using the wrong muscles, you're going to make your switch. It's contradiction in movement. So learning the feel. So when you get to here, feel it, tighten your hands so you have a reflex. Then when you get past, then bring it up, pick what fingers you need, and then pause, drop shoulders, and then bring it around. For me, look at my feet. I pull my big toe up around, my knee is straight up and down, and I stay there. Wherever finish you are, stay there for 10, 15, 30 seconds, and then breathe, push your stomach out, exhale. Soften your body down. And slowly move back to center. Softening your body down. With each, take 4 deep breaths out the mouth, and as you're blowing out the mouth, let your shoulders drop. Inhale through the nose, push your belly button out, pull your glutes up, squeeze a little bit, pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Soften. Then inhale. Now you're back. But move in slow ways so you can find how you want to shape your body to do the movement well. If you try to just do it, movement, you'll probably go like this. I have to hit like I see my right elbow. No. That's weak. But if you do it this, where your hips a certain way, you have to learn, and pause. Anytime, just pause, reset your butt, and then squeeze your glutes together and soften your shoulders. Having fluid shoulders, soft, fluid shoulders, they're not rigid or tight, they're just there, they're set. The shoulder blades are down, stabilized. You won't want the shoulders to come up when you're hitting the ball. You want to step. So that way the kinetic force hitting the bat and through your hands and you connect here, it's solid. It's like a brick wall. And that way the force is regenerated back out into the ball and out. These are subtlety, but the exercise, the training process of the movement I'm advocating. How to use your hips, the breathing, core, squeezing your glutes, feeling your hands, how to grip at the point of impact. It's an exercise. This is an exercise process to tone, condition, and strengthen your muscles in the different parts of the movement, especially striking the ball. How do you want your hands to be when you hit the ball? And then how you want your hands to be after you hit the ball. These are all those subtleties, nuances. You have to train when you start to learn your baseball swing mechanics, whatever mechanics you are. But the number one rule, you want to engage down here in your movement, and you want to have your shoulders down, your hip position, so your hands can be strong and your feet can be strong. That is the goal of the training of doing it this way, within the movement yourself. You're conditioning your muscles, centering where your strength is, and lessening the movement that would make you weak. That's the key element there. You finding your balance, you're finding your strength within the movement itself will create enjoyment in what you're doing. Missed it, doesn't matter, but you felt, it makes a condition, and you make yourself stronger or more engaged or tone better, overall, physically, by hitting the baseball. Even missing the baseball won't be bad, especially if you swing with balance. If you swing with awkward, you're throwing the kitchen sink at it, it looks ugly. It is ugly. Some of those guys are magnificent athletes, but they look like contortionists hitting the ball. And they don't understand the swing mechanics. They don't have a strong movement swing mechanics. So pick your swing mechanics, then you stage different movements, how to use your core within the movement itself, how to use your spine, shoulder, your foot, hips, everything. And you do it in stages, and slow, pause. Just pause, see how your body is. So the next time you do the same thing, you have that new feeling. You have that new awareness of your body shape and your hands feel and the bat itself, the feet. This is baseball bat swing mechanics. Scott, the breathing guy, trainer, and test this out. Any questions, leave a message. I'll explain it even more. But I don't care what your baseball swing mechanics is, this is an exercise to develop whatever mechanics that you want to use for your baseball swing.